Who cares?
Oh,
well,
I mean, what do you think they invited you to the reunion for? To watch the show?
In the early 2000s, the Real Housewives franchise was a guilty pleasure nationwide, giving the public access to the beautiful train wreck of Botox, brunch fights, and catchphrases that turned suburban moms into meme queens.
Not combat unless you...
I will talk to emails and get her over here! No. Because it's not fair!
It was reality TV in its purest form. Rich women arguing over who forgot to RSVP to a charity gala for orphaned flamingos. And honestly, we loved it.
That's really...
why did you do that?
It was chaos. It was the cultural reset before we even knew we needed one. But somewhere along the way, something changed. Today, the Real Housewives stopped being even interesting. Now, it's desperate housewives, and even more desperately clinging to relevance housewives. Let's rewind a bit. The year is 2006. The Real Housewives of Orange County premieres on Bravo, giving viewers a peek into the lives of affluent women living behind gated communities. The original pitch? It's like Desperate Housewives, but you can smell the self-tanner through the screen. The Real Housewives concept was originally dreamed up by Scott Dunlop, a TV executive who, in the early 2000s, wondered what it would be like to showcase the lives of Orange County's wealthiest women.
All right, Lisa, don't do crystal meth in the bathroom all night long, bitch.
Think Desperate Housewives, but with more spray-tanned bimbos and fewer Emmy nominations, of course. Bravo picked it up, and in 2006, The Real Housewives of Orange County was born. It was marketed as a peek behind the gates of privileged suburban life. But what they actually created was a reality TV hydra. One spin-off began another.
You're nowhere near more educated than the rest of us.
And soon, every US city with a Saks Fifth Avenue had its own cast of wine-sloshing, Botox-injected gladiators. Dunlop set out to document aspirational wealth. Instead, he accidentally invented a genre where screaming over cheese boards is a legitimate storyline.
Threaten me. Listen, no, right now. Stop it! Enough!
You're a pig.
The idea took off fast. By 2010, Real Housewives had become a full-blown empire. New York, Atlanta, New Jersey, Beverly Hills. Each city came with its own brand of dysfunction. Atlanta brought shade, New Jersey brought table flips, Beverly Hills brought lawsuits, and Kyle Richards crying in a white Range Rover. It was an organized mess, but now it's just a mess.
I'm not talking to you.
And I'm talking
Shut your f***ing mouth. I've had enough of you, you beast.
The decline started when the producers realized that chaos equals clicks. Suddenly, nothing was spontaneous anymore. Every wine toss, every screaming match at a wellness retreat, every I'm leaving and I'm never coming back moment felt like it came straight out of a Bravo writer's room. You can actually spot the shift. In the early seasons, you had women awkwardly reacting to each other's trauma in real time. Now, you've got people showing up to dinner parties with pre-written monologues and rehearsed facial expressions.
You brought a horse this season, and you have a dating coach. Give me a break.
They don't argue anymore. They audition and perform. In the beginning, being a housewife made you famous. Now, you have to already be famous, or desperately trying to be. Enter failed pop stars, ex-wives of C-list athletes, Instagram entrepreneurs with brands like Divorce Detox and Manifest Lip Gloss. It's not about reality anymore. It's about brand expansion. A Housewives episode today is basically one long promo for someone's tequila line, fitness app, or pyramid scheme disguised as wellness coaching. And nothing says real like selling essential oils that cure trauma for $49.99. Let's not pretend the show has just been petty drama and brunch fights. Some of these housewives were out here starring in their own FBI files. You've got Teresa Giudice from New Jersey getting sentenced to 15 months in federal prison for fraud. Yes, fraud. The woman was flipping tables one season and tax documents the next. Then there's Jen Shah from Salt Lake City, who literally got arrested by Homeland Security during filming.
Thank you for your help. We just want to make sure she's okay and talk to her, that's all.
I'm scared of the popo in general, but...
You guys, I'm literally going to...
They're looking for Jen.
Yeah.
Her crime, running a nationwide telemarketing scheme that scammed elderly people out of their savings. Because nothing says girl boss like wire fraud and defrauding grandmas. And we can't forget Erica Jane, who managed to turn Beverly Hills into a courtroom drama. Her estranged husband, Tom Girardi, yes, that Aaron Brockovich lawyer, was accused of embezzling millions from widows, orphans, and burn victims. Erica's defense? Basically just yelling, "I didn't know," while wearing $750,000 earrings that she later had to return.
You know what? You played dirty.
I never said a word about
Well,
it.
let's talk about your arrest. Why don't we do that?
These aren't just housewives anymore. They're one poorly timed group trip away from being a Netflix docuseries. Bravo isn't just airing drama, it's accidentally producing exposés. Remember when the drama used to feel accidental or even coincidental? Now we get 10-minute scenes of someone crying because another housewife didn't like her dog's birthday post on Instagram. The show's new formula is petty misunderstanding, miscommunication via group text, screaming in a Sprinter van, one cast member walks out in heels too high for sand, rinse, repeat, across 10 cities, 4 spin-offs, and 200 variations of the same lunch.
What you did was ridiculous.
Name 'em.
Not having,
Name 'em.
well, be quiet. So
Name
let me
'em.
talk, Jesus.
Even the reunion shows have become parody. You got Andy Cohen sitting there like a middle school principal moderating a slap fight between women named after wine varietals.
My husband came
An
to me.
immigrant from Canada?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, an immigrant from Canada?
And we have to talk about the cult-like fan base. Some fans genuinely act like Real Housewives is a sacred text. Like if Lisa Rinna gets fired, society will collapse and Trader Joe's will stop stocking cauliflower gnocchi. The parasocial obsession has reached critical mass. Twitter fights, stan accounts, podcasts that analyze each side-eye like it's the Zapruder film. Meanwhile, Bravo milks it all for merch, spin-offs, and shady contract negotiations.
Produced 65 episodes and we would have gotten 50 or 75 or 125,000 for those first couple of seasons. Later on, it breaks down even more. It would usually happen that there would be 3 housewives that would band together with the same lawyer. And then one of them would get cold feet because Bravo would start saying, we're about to film and you're not going to be in it. So one would pull away from the 3, then the other 2 were left alone. And then
It's not reality, it's content. And worse, it's safe, lazy content. And then came the woke era. Now don't get me wrong, representation is important. But when you add one black woman to a cast of white wine goblins and expect her to fix centuries of systemic racism in episode 3 of a Hamptons trip, that's not progress, that's tokenism with a confessional cam. Instead of meaningful conversations, you get surface level, we need to do better speeches edited between confessionals about someone stealing someone else's glam team. Bravo solved inequality, folks. All it took was a Zoom call and a limited edition protest brunch. See now? It's just algorithm tested drama in Gucci heels. The Real Housewives franchise used to be weirdly authentic, but now it's messy, chaotic, and occasionally offensive. They've traded shock value for ad revenue, spontaneity for sponsored content, and the worst part, the housewives still think they're the moment when they're barely the footnote. This show definitely won't make you happy. The only thing that can do that is trying to be the best you that you can be. Thanks for watching.